we start off on a very sad note, and I think you wanted to address that very sad issue that's happened.
Yeah, we better. Yeah, just very sad news coming out from a couple of weeks ago. One half of the Briscoe brothers, Jay Briscoe, real name of Jamin Pugh, was unfortunately taken away from us due to a horrific car accident at the age of 38. Jay was a former 13-time ROH Tag Team Champion, former PWG Tag Team Champion, former Impact Tag Team Champion, and he held a plethora of many tag titles with his brother Mark. We would like to send our condolences to the Pugh family as his daughters lose a father, his wife loses a husband, and Mark loses a brother.
Yep, very, very sad news indeed. And unfortunately, car accident, and, people, and Mick will attest to this as well, we see them in the arenas, they come out, we think they're bulletproof, but, they get in the car and they go from town to town to town, and they're just as susceptible, as anyone else on the car, on the roads. Many a great wrestler has passed away driving from one city to another and been involved in an accident. And, doesn't matter whether you got your name up in lights like a Hogan, or you've been a jobber or whatever, anyone from the fraternity that gets taken like that's extremely, extremely sad.
Yeah, now best wishes go out to his two
Absolutely.
daughters too.
Yeah, I think they're on the mend, aren't they?
Yeah, and the family, obviously, they're a very tight family.
Yeah,
and somebody that seems to be such a nice person taken away from his family.
Yeah, you just, you think back over the years, one who sprang to mind straight away. I don't know why he sprang to mind, but, was going from one city to another, killed in a car accident, of course, was Adrian Adonis back in the day.
Yeah.
That's probably a while ago now, but it doesn't seem that long ago when you think about it. But, you don't realise, you've done it probably more than I have, Mike, but, you do. You finish up a show, you jump on a bus, you get in your car, whatever, and you go from town to town to town, and, it's a hard gig. It's a tough grind. You're away from family, friends. You don't get any great quality sleep, and it's tough. And then to sort of meet your fate like that's pretty awful.
Yeah, it is. And like I said, from all of us, and Anthony said that, it's a really, really, really sad news, and I hope we don't have to hear about this or anything like this again for a long time.
And at 38, Mick, that really in the prime of your career.
Oh, you probably, yeah.
You really are. You know it all sort of by then, and you're a pretty polished performer, as obviously he was, but you know what I mean?
They were unique. They're both unique guys because they really have everything going for them. They're great in the promo, great in the ring, got a great look.
Yeah.
Due to bullshit politics, they never had a decent run on a decent television show. That's something for other people to talk about, but for me, it's a shame. But I think what I've read about them and what I understand about them, I think they had the most important thing was their family. They had a great family and and I think the only comforting thing about all of this is that his wife and his children will have great support around them.
Oh,
and and the people who were so negative about him over the years for a comment that was said about a young man that probably didn't know any better, shame on you, mate, for holding a grudge for that long.
Who amongst us in the business, yet alone in life, haven't come out in the heat of the moment or in the promo or in something, something's come out the wrong way, and once it's out, it's hard to take back. But, I don't know what the comment is, but, who's perfect? You say something when you're young and stupid or whatever, and
He said he made a comment that was an anti intergender marriage comment.
Oh, okay.
He didn't like the idea of his children learning that at school, and he had an opinion about it, right? But
Well,
either there, he was
a
a young man at the time, right?
Yeah.
It was 10 years ago, made him 28,
Yeah.
right? And you, at that age, you got half a brain as a man. You really do. You're not really intelligent.
No.
And as he got on, he learnt more, and he apologized for what he said, and he done the right things. And this is why you should never try not to hold silly grudges. You should always try and open up to people. And I think that was probably on people's part of not giving him the opportunity to say, okay, I'm a changed person. But what I understand is from talking to people that sort of knew him and that he wasn't like that at all. He was a very good man and a great family man, which is nice to know that he was a great family man, a great dad.
Yeah.
And not only wrestling, but I think just life in people in general. I've missed someone that was such a wonderful person.
Yeah, well, such was the respect he was held in. After the Royal Rumble, Sami Zayn and KO flew straight to the funeral.
Yeah.
Straight from there was a thing in Japan. I think it was New Japan might have been. But they, it's pretty, even, WWE, made mention and acknowledged it, which they would normally never, ever do, if they hadn't been someone from the company, etc. So, pretty universally respected for his craft and what he did. Yeah. And I suppose as a wrestler, as a commentator, referee, whatever, any of us do, I suppose that's all you can get if you got the respect of your peers so broadly like he did. You've obviously done something right.
Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, that's all you really want at the end of the day is just respect from the people that you work with.
I was talking to someone today, actually, and I said, look, at the end of the day, we were talking about someone who's not going to leave a great reputation behind them.
Yeah.
And we were saying, well, at the end of the day, what do you leave? You leave, like, memories, your reputation, what you were. So if you've done that, you've done all right because, mate, there's nothing going in the box with you.
That's exactly right.
There's not a bloody thing. As I always say, and you've heard me say it many times, you come into the world bare-ass naked, and if you're really lucky, some bastard will put a suit on you on the way out, and that's about it. This
is true.
But it's what you leave behind, your legacy, your reputation, what you did, I mean, we still talk about people, might have passed 30, 40, 50 years ago.
Yeah.
But, they left an impression. They left a legacy of something. Their memory lives on. Yeah. And I think that's the greatest thing you can leave.
Yeah, I think so. And I think Jay Briscoe's left that.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he's left that.
And there's been a lot of support from the wrestlers. I can't think who it was now. It may have been Jericho, but it might have been someone else. But the $10,000 he donated towards, and there's been apparently a lot of very generous sort of donations and stuff to try and help the family a bit and whatnot.
Yeah, there was a list of people that they gave, I think I know the Young Bucks gave money towards them, and a whole plethora. I think Owens gave money, Cody did. I think a lot of people given to the fund, and which is nice, it's nice that
the family have to still live and get on. Yeah, costs associated, and probably obviously the main breadwinner's not there now, so and you got kids and all that. I mean, there's a lot to take into account.
There's a lot of dynamics.
A
lot of dynamics.
They're always incredibly, incredibly sad.
Definitely.
But anyway,
God rest his soul.
Absolutely. And what do they say? The show must go on.
Yes.